Okay, so The World and I, session 3. And this session is really about God Himself and my reflections on the concept of God. And I have, in my previous session, explained why I'm not siding with science that God does not exist. Uh, I will leave that matter aside. I would rather, as I said, believe that the Big Bang can easily have been explained as God making that first Big Bang at the moment of creation. I see no reason why uh, scientifically we have to think of the Big Bang simply in terms of matter, antimatter, and energy and so on. I don't want to go into a lot of details in that. But having accepted that even though I have doubts, I would like to, I think I believe that there is a God, I'd rather side with that. I'm going to say something that perhaps will not appeal to the majority of people. I honestly don't believe that the God that we should be having individual relationships with is a God of any religion. I'll say it again. I don't think it's a God of any religion. Not the God of Christianity, not the God of the Jews, not the God of the Buddhists, not the God of the Muslims, not the God of Confucius, not any of the gods that, or even ancient gods. And obviously, one may ask, well, do you believe in multiple gods? No, I think there is a compelling reasons why there could only be one God by definition. And I'm really not into philosophy at the moment or theology. I think there are good logical points of view that the human brain can go through to explain why there can only be one God. But the point I'm making, though, is that this God is not the God of all these religions. As a matter of fact, again, my long reflections and the last 6+ decades have convinced me of a point of view that I know I'm going to be criticized for, but anybody who keeps talking about that their God is the right God and everybody else is wrong, by definition, in my mind, they are actually negating their own theory and their own uh, religion, because for that God to be the right God and the right religion, um, somehow you have to not accept the other person in saying that. And that is contrary to my bringing it to my humanity, to my human concept of relationship with others. So I will, in this session, I will simply stop at this and say that even though I believe that there is a God, my creator, and the creator of everything in the universe and universes, this God is not the property of a particular religion. It is not the sole property of one group of people or another. And in fact, it is this contention that's these leaders of various religions seems to insist that it's only their point of view and not somebody else's, that is really the cause of so much suffering and so much hardship and so much confusion in the world. And so, you know, my humble voice is simply to say, if you want to believe in God, believe in Him directly as a person, not as part of a religion. You can use your religion if you want for social interaction, but for personal relationships, I suggest you, me and you, each one of us can have a direct relationship immediately with our Creator. We don't need an in between. I read that somewhere also, that this go between me and my God is not necessary. It is only needed if I want to for my own social interaction, for creating societal groups, whatever, and for developing a structured framework order to make that relationship produce certain fruits that you want to distribute among your fellow men. So this session then is all about my conviction that there is a God, but that this God is a God of all, and it's not a God of a single group of individuals, not any religion as such. And different religions will characterize this God in so many different ways. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to that. Maybe I will in future sessions, but for now, it really suffices for me to simply say this. One, there is a God. It's a God for everybody. And two, anybody who keeps saying that the others are wrong and I am right is immediately loses my vote by definition, because I'd rather think that the God that I would like to have a personal relationship with is the same God that all people would want to have a personal relationship with if they want to, if they choose to, and I choose to. So I'll end this session on this note only.